Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Jimmy Wanjigi was arrested yesterday for disobeying the court order to appear in court over ongoing case of land that he possessed in Nairobi. Now, despite disobeying the court order, Wanjigi also went further to some extent to resist the arrest, but this time round he did not succeed. But when Wanjigi was released today after the court had suspended his prosecution, the first thing he did, he went to the media and started attacking the ODM leader Raila Odinga. Listen to him shortly and we are going to continue with our discussion.
Is Judas Iscariot, who for 30 pieces of silver, betrayed the truth and justice to is exemplified by Jesus Christ. That is who he is. They say when somebody shows you who he is, he advertises himself, don't doubt him.
Now, the question we are asking ourselves today on this punchline is, why is Jimmy Wanjigi so much bitter with Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta? That is what we want to try and answer here. But before we go deep into that, a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a new video, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, Jimmy Wanjigi is a businessman. And we know the role that businessmen always play when it comes to campaign and electioneering year. And this year, definitely, we are going to face election. So, Jimmy Wanjigi is here trying to fight for his interest. That's the truth. Because if you remember, even in 2013, Jimmy Wanjigi was supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. After that election, Jimmy Wanjigi came in public and he said that he was the one who led the negotiation between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. He's the one who united them after the election. And even he went further to say that President Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency was formed in his house. So it means there's a role he played there. And always, after the election, there is always a reward to those businessmen who have helped those politicians to achieve their agenda. And the reward is tenders. So seemingly, Uhuru Kenyatta's first government, that is 2013, they did not fulfill maybe what they had agreed with Jimmy Wanjigi. Maybe there was an agreement to have some tenders here and there, but they went up not giving out or honoring their word. So Jimmy Wanjigi decided to jump the ship. And that is what informed Wanjigi's move to join Raila Odinga under the NASA coalition in 2017. Remember, even when he was coming to NASA, he was coming with his business interest as a businessman. He knew that if NASA will make the next government, definitely he will get some contracts here and there as a businessman. That's why he was maybe helping them in terms of raising campaign resources. Again, even he still knew that even if NASA will not win the presidency, still they can negotiate, the opposition can still negotiate with the sitting government, and through that way, the opposition still can help him to secure some contract here and there in the government. That always happened in either side. So, Jimmy Wanjigi knew that it is going to work in his interest. But unfortunately, seemingly Raila Odinga did not inform Jimmy Wanjigi or any of the NASA coalition principals about his move to have a handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta. So that alone maybe left out Jimmy Wanjigi's interest in business because no one negotiated on his behalf. Na sasa ingekuwa ni Jimmy anataka kunegotiate on behalf of Raila Odinga with President Uhuru Kenyatta. First thing he could put on in front could be his business interest. And that maybe could have led to fail of the handshake. That's why this handshake was just directly between Uhuru and Raila. So Jimmy Wanjigi is a bitter man because in one way, Uhuru Kenyatta failed him with William Samoei Ruto. And secondly, through Raila Odinga, his business interest maybe was not taken care of. And seemingly, William Samoei Ruto was part of the problem that was hindering Jimmy Wanjigi to get contract in Jubilee government. That is why, you see, up to now, Jimmy Wanjigi has no interest of working with William Ruto directly. Now, secondly, as I had said, this is electioneering year. And therefore, all politicians are realigning themselves on the side that they feel that their political interests will be taken care of. Businessmen also are realigning themselves on their side that they feel that their business interest will be taken care of. Raila Odinga is here. We have seen the Mount Kenya Foundation coming strongly, showing interest to work with Raila Odinga. So it means already they have taken the center stage of Raila Odinga's campaign during this year. That alone has left Jimmy Wanjigi outside. Watu washazingira Raila Odinga, so there is no space for someone like Jimmy Wanjigi to enjoy the influence that he had earlier in Raila Odinga's camp. This is one of the reasons that is making Jimmy Wanjigi to come out very bitter man, and that is why even he's going further to compete with Raila Odinga on ODM ticket as a presidential candidate. Anapiga makelele so that they can call him, waongea naye wamwambie, hey, look here, what is your problem? He wants to see if there will be a way they will decide to help him, maybe his interests be taken care of. That is one of the reasons. And if you look at William Samoei Ruto's side, Jimmy Wanjigi feels that his interests cannot be taken care of because seemingly William Ruto is an entrepreneur. Yeye ni mwanabiashara. So Jimmy Wanjigi business was blocked by William Ruto. That's why he feels even if he join him, when Ruto will form the government, or even if he will be in opposition, he can't negotiate on his behalf in terms of business. That's why you see now, Wanjigi is focusing on Kalonzo Musyoka. And we did a video about that. For those who missed, I will put a link, you go and watch. And the real issue behind here is that Jimmy Wanjigi feels that Kalonzo, if well supported with resources, he can force a runoff. As long as he manages to get maybe 1.5 million votes. Yani milioni moja na nusu. That alone is enough to call for a runoff. So Jimmy Wanjigi want to negotiate even in the next government using Kalonzo Musyoka. That is his single interest. Because now as a businessman, he has lost a role in Raila Odinga's side. He has lost a role in William Ruto's side because otherwise he don't think that William Ruto can take care of his interest. And he's coming through Kalonzo Musyoka. So the attacks on Raila Odinga by Jimmy Wanjigi is all about business interest and not political interest. Wanjigi doesn't have any much interest in Kenyan politics. What he has interest in is about business. That is a big issue here. But the question is, if Wanjigi is calling Raila Odinga Judas Iscariot, the question is, when he had problem after 2017 general election at his home, that time he was supporting Raila. Why didn't he call Raila that time Judas Iscariot? Because Raila was at his house, even he spent the night there. Meaning, if you are with Raila, he will still also protect you, and he will always be with you even when you are at your hardest time. So how can you turn and call such a person Judas Iscariot? Because now Jimmy Wanjigi has declared his interest in politics, meaning he is a competitor to Raila Odinga. And in that way, Raila will fight for his space. So Wanjigi should not wait for Raila Odinga to fight for him. He can't fight on his behalf. He should fight his war and let Raila fight his war. Not Raila to come and defend him. It can't work that way. That is the reality. And that tells you that Wanjigi doesn't have interest in politics, but he's focusing on how to make money. Period.
Cannot take time, sir.
Huh?
Please.
Huh? If you have a detention order, show it.
No, we don't have a detention order. We
Then,
detain who?
under what law are you
Because-
under what law are you acting? Because this one is just telling you to restraining you from trespassing, breaking into, entering, and in a way interfering with the private residence of the applicant without court order, warrant for that purpose, until further orders of this court. So this is very clear. You're now trespassing. You're broken into. You entered into.
Can I take this? Excuse me.
Now, I don't know what to think about the Jimmy Wanjigi issue, but that's my view. So the only way I can read your view is through the comment section. So let us have a continuation of this conversation through the comment section. You don't necessarily to agree with me, you can disagree constructively. Add some points there, what I have left out, to broaden this discussion and make it even much better. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you, and see you in our next video.